This is the second prophecy. Is it clear? Whenever you tell someone, do this and does not do it. Oh, that's why prophet spoke. That's why it is as hard as this. You are going to tell your wife, I need to eat katunkuma. Buy katunkuma. Julius, this is the year. You are going to receive me. Julius, this is the year. You are going to receive what? What is the prophetic? What is the office of the prophet? Whichever he or she speaks is going to speak to a stone. That's why I didn't prophesy much. God told Moses, go the children of Israel under Pharaoh. You tell Pharaoh, let my people go. At the same time, myself, I'm going to harden the heart of Pharaoh. That was a prophetic burden. Tell him to let them go, but I'm going to harden his heart so that he does not let them go. But the Spirit has given him power to speak whichever is in the Spirit. But as I speak it in the Spirit, I'm speaking it to a stone. But I will still prophesy. I still prophesy. Whoever is in the spirit of prophecy, in the office of prophecy, you are going to meet challenges. This year, you are going to speak to dry bones. You are going to speak to dead people. You are going to speak to mad people. You are going to speak to the haters. You are going to speak to camouflage. You are going to speak to the dead ones. They have no life, but you must give them life. This is the second prophecy. Is it clear? Whenever you tell someone, do this and does not do it. Oh, that's why prophet spoke. That's why it is as hard as this. You are going to tell your wife, I need to eat katunkuma. Buy katunkuma. She'll bring eggplants. But I told you katunkuma. Why eggplants? That's what I want. And the family destabilizes.
On the chances of a deal, saying that Iran wants peace. He even claimed that there were already 15 points of agreement.
So you said there's many points of agreement with Iran right now.
Many.
What can you give us a
many, like 15 points. 15 points. Well, they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. That's number one. That's number 1, 2, and 3. They will never have a nuclear weapon. They've agreed to that.
But what deal are they talking about here? The contours of any kind of agreement still remain unclear. As you heard, Trump maintains that Iran has agreed not to build a nuclear weapon. Tehran has always denied wanting one. The other issue could be zero uranium enrichment. Trump has also said that Iran must give up its enriched uranium stockpile. Iran has repeatedly rejected the idea of zero enrichment.
We're looking for all of the things that we've been talking about. We want to see no nuclear bomb, no nuclear weapon, not even close to it, low key on the missiles. We want to see peace in the Middle East. We want the nuclear dust. We're going to want that. And I think we're going to get that. We've agreed to that. Yeah, we've agreed to that.
You want the enriched uranium before you can end this.
And we want no enrichment, but we also want the enriched uranium.
Iran has already outlined its conditions to stop the war. These 6 core conditions include a new legal framework governing traffic in the Strait of Hormuz and closure of all American military bases in that region. Iran has also said that they want guarantees against further aggression by US and Israel, payment of reparations for damages caused during the conflict, prosecution and extradition of individuals associated with anti-Iran media in the West, and a halt to military operations across all fronts, including against its regional allies like Hezbollah. Meanwhile, the big question right now is, where does Israel stand? Will it accept a US-Iran deal? For now, Israel says it will keep striking targets. And here's the ground situation. Strikes were reported at energy facilities in Iranian cities of Isfahan and Khorramshahr. It's not clear who carried out these strikes. And the latest, Trump has announced a 5-day suspension of strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure. But he has warned, if talks fail, strikes could resume. The same day that window closes, more US troops are expected to arrive in West Asia. Amphibious assault ship USS Tripoli, amphibious landing dock USS New Orleans, and roughly 2,200 Marines will cross into US Central Command on Friday. It will take another few days for the unit to get to the Strait of Hormuz.
Bili abiri mukaaga guno, bili abiri musanvu. Emisolo mujja jjuulira. Gigenda kubeera waggulu.
Taxes are going to be so high.
Uganda is so much indebted. Taxes will be so high.
Solo waggulu.
Yeah. Kansabe namwe abakuze enviiri tibabacharginga nnyo okukuza enviiri n'ebirevu. Kansabe. Because many areas are going to be taxed.
Bitundu bingi bigenda tekebwako.
Taxes are going to be high.
Solo gigenda kuba waggulu nnyo.
Pay debts.
Sasula amabanja.
Yeah, n'okusasula ebyo babadde bakozesa. But what is key?
Ekikulu.
Taxes.
Emisolo.
Are going to be high.
Gigenda kuba waggulu.
Going to be high.
Gigenda kuba waggulu.
But of course it is your duty to pay tax as a citizen.
Ayera mulimu w'omusolo ng'omutuuze.
According to Article 9.
Sinzira katundu.
Up to 14.
Mwenda paka 14. Tundu obwo nga abatuuze.
It is your duty to pay taxes.
Mulimu gwo okuwa omusolo.
So ebintu bwe binajja tobyewuunya nnyo.
So when those things come, don't be surprised.
Tobyewuunya nnyo.
Don't be surprised.
Except gwe beera focused ku mulimu gwo.
Just be focused on your work.
Kola.
Job.
Sasula ky'osobola.
Work and pay what you are
Mukama Katonda ajjako omukisa.
Then God will bless you.
Kubanga nze kyenjagala kiri kimu.
What I want is one.
Asasula omusolo aba akola.
Someone who pays that
ate aba afuna. Mukama Katonda akuwa ebyenfuna guno omwaka. Byeyongerere ddala bigaziire ddala. Ne bakuwa omusolo nga toguwulira liyale. Ng'amazima oli wanjawulo. It's my prayer. Mukama Katonda akuteekemu ebintu ebyenjawulo. Kula ekitiibwa kye.
Into you different things in the name of Jesus.
And it all comes with the connections. Mukama Katonda akuyunga.
For government coffers, but at what cost to the average Ugandan?
Some of the proposals, maybe they are rushed, and some of them, maybe they are not well researched. For example, if you propose to reintroduce that increment on fuel at the time when you have global challenges in fuel supply, of course, that will tremendously affect the pump prices.
There is a war running in Iran where 20% of the global oil has already escalated the prices from 4,800 to today. I on the pump price it was 5,300. Already 500 shillings has been added on the fuel. in less than 20 days. Before you know it, there will be an escalation of the dollar. Probably another money will be added. Before you know it, you've added a tax, an extra tax of 200. Oh my God. Before you know it, this tax on fuel is going to escalate the entire, the multiplier effect fuel has.
But according to the government, the impact on the economy will be minimal, as the state does not expect fuel prices to increase beyond the increase in tax. Sugar faces a sharp excise duty jump from 100 shillings per kilogram to 300 shillings per kilogram, with retail sugar currently around 4,900 shillings to 6,000 shillings per kilogram. This could mean higher prices for tea, porridge and baked goods that many families rely on.
And of course, we are in a free market economy, so the government can't regulate that this will be, the pump price for fuel and this will be the shop gate price for sugar. Why excise duty is an easy target is because this is where most of us consume these daily items. So when government taxes that, normally every increase in the tax on sugar has a slight implication when it comes to demand.
On the other hand, millions of low-income workers in the country could soon see real relief at the end of the month. The government is proposing to raise the tax-free personal income tax threshold from 235,000 shillings to 335,000 shillings per month, the first adjustment in over a decade. The new pay-as-you-earn brackets would start at 0% up to 335,000 shillings, then rise progressively to 40% on earnings above 10 million shillings. While the change is expected to reduce revenue by about 96 billion shillings in the first year, officials say collections could turn positive after that as the economy grows. For many Ugandans struggling with inflation, this could mean more money in their pockets each payday. These measures form part of a broader plan to raise over 2.3 trillion shillings in additional revenue.
So for what it means, they'll make more, or they invest more in their daily needs, or they end up saving more money for those guys having less salaries. Then for the guys having more money at the upper side, of course, you realize that you may end up giving more to the government than what you have been actually giving. And for that, the implication is that you'll have a bigger tax burden.
Government argues they target wealthier segments and environmental goals, but critics worry about the burden on low and middle income families already grappling with inflation.
Those are proposals. Our expectation that they will come before Parliament, most likely next week, because according to the schedule of the Speaker, we are supposed to go through tax bills next week.
It remains to be seen if the tax proposals will be accepted by Parliament and adopted by the finance ministry. Daniel Kibet, NTV.
Whenever we talk about this power that brings us together, the devil makes sure to fight. And now this is it. When I was just in my prayer room, a voice came, and even when I reached here, it came 2 times. But this is what the voice was saying.
Still there, I thought maybe it was my thoughts, but when I reached here, I saw it the more. So I was like, this is not my thoughts. These aren't my thoughts. Most of the times, though I'm educated enough, whenever I'm into godly things, I put my knowledge aside.
Don't clap. You don't need.
Whenever I'm into godly things, whenever you hear me talking about God stuff, just get to know that I put my knowledge into somewhere, into a basket somewhere. So someone who drives me here is someone else.
Where is that watch with the Fame International Church logo? Where is it? Inside. Do people sit from there? Where is it supposed to be? Wonderful. But the Spirit always tells me, when I descend, you are no longer the driver. You are just a vessel. Now this other voice came, but this is what he was saying. I'm still holding people's victory because I've not yet confirmed their reliability. I'm not so sure that if I give a release to why I'm still holding some of them, and I'm going to make them, actually some of them, fall off from the grace because their destiny is in falling away. Robert, this is it. Now I'm speaking the voice, and I don't think it comes from my own mind. Jesus told his disciples, do you want to leave me? Can you go so that I can remain alone? It's only Peter who said, where should we go? Because you have the words of eternal life. Then he said, it's not by flesh, but by the Spirit that you speak these things. But this voice comes quite often, and I'm observing it, that God is still holding something because the receiver has not yet developed the faithful part. And here in this ministry, this next quarter, I'm going to begin declaring fasting only for people who have food at home, who have drinks at home, who can buy food. Those who cannot buy food are going to be eliminated from this fasting. If you can buy food, is in the house, come do the fasting. After fasting, go and eat. You can't buy food, you can't care for the family, you can't help others. These are the commands I'm receiving. And for God's glory, I'm going
to put them into the next quarters. Because most of the things, some things, they don't really need too much prayer. But they need to put their hands on to. You don't really need that too much prayer. You need prayer to sit where you are.
Just need to sit.
God has enabled you to sit. When God doesn't do what is right, then he happens not to be God. So I will turn my back on him so that I see God. I thank God that he built me a house. I thank him that by the time he gave me a job. He gave me a child.
Wonderful. Can you go to the other side? He
has not given you a home.
bakuwadde omwana.
Not even a child.
Omwami akukubye.
Even the husband has hit.
Ofunye accident.
Yeah, you have gotten an accident.
Omwana waafudde.
Your child is dead.
Ettaka balitutte.
Then your land.
Omulogo akuli bubi.
A witch is so bad unto you.
Weetaaga okwebaza Katonda.
You really need to thank God.
Is somebody getting me?
Waliwo anfuna.
Quite often,
oluusi
we are so much geared towards the good side God has done. And I'm telling you, certain things are not done even by God. It is even the devil who quickens what you have asked for so that you can fall very fast. Not everything that the glory goes back to God. As much as we attach it to Him, certain things are quickened by the some people fall. Because He knows the moment one receives ABCD, he will get off from the grace. The devil does it.
That's why whenever you receive something good, then it takes over you, takes control over you and takes out, diverts you from God. Then get to know that wasn't God who gave it to you. The person you look at here,
please mark this very clearly.
Gifted him that job.
Buli gwolaba nga afunye amaka, buli gwolaba nga afunye obugagga, buli gwolaba nga afunye ssente, buli gwolaba nga afunye omulimu, ne yeesamba Katonda eyamugumuwa, tabadde Katonda. Waliwo akanziriramu mu Luganda olulungi. Mine seems to be ramshackled. Can you repeat it in the good English, good Luganda?
Doctor tugambye buli muntu gwendaba nga Katonda alina kyamuwadde ekirungi ekikwatikako oba n'omulala kyasobola okwegomba oba kyembadde njayanira bulijjo naye n'amala akimpa ate n'endekera okubeera mu Katonda, kitegeeza tabadde Katonda.
That is one of the ways
eyo yemu ku ngeri
you can
chikuwa.
Mark that.
Chikwate bulungi.
And it is the baseline.
Atera gwe musingi.
It is the basis. Ono kansooke mulindizeemu, ono kansooke nkwatiriremu, ono kansooke mumuleke, kubanga bwe naamugaziya